I'm outside because I came to stand outside, to get some air. But I did want to say something. I don't understand why someone was like, I saw a YouTube video on her and she lives in filth and she abuses her dog. Let me tell you something. I don't abuse dogs and I don't live in filth. If you're talking about my apartment, my dad, who has bipolar, his bipolar is the type of bipolar where he hoards things, and it's not like hoarders, to be truthfully honest with you. Someone delivered 100 to 200 delivery boxes from UPS, and he started using them for everything. He started laying them on the floor. He started taping them everywhere. I didn't know it was going to be that bad of a situation. I thought, oh, maybe we could find someone and get rid of these boxes. No. He ended up saying we couldn't do anything with the boxes, leave them alone. But it is literally crazy to me how people say, oh, I seen a YouTube video. You seen a YouTube video of what? Because clearly, social media is not real life. People have to stop thinking that. And if I lived in a house, I would not live in filth. We didn't live in filth. Actually, my dad made sure everything was kept clean. We didn't have food or nothing on the floor. It was just a lot of clutter because my dad had a lot of stuff. Piles of boxes, radios. It wasn't junk. It was stuff that was usable and good. It was just the way that he had his room. It looked like hoarders. People with mental illness, anyone will understand someone with mental illness. They'll understand just how people with mental illness live like. And I'm not the only one. I have supporters that have family members with mental illness, and they understand. And you do have to understand that where we live, we're renting. We cannot live in filth because the places we live at, they come to check to make sure your place is clean. Plus, we have daily maid service. And mind you, we don't live in a motel. But, we have maid service, so they have to come every week. We cannot have our room in filth. Our room is kept very clean. We keep it clean. So, for somebody to be like, I saw a YouTube video, if I saw something on you, I wouldn't believe it because social media is not real. But the difference between me and you is you guys don't, excuse me, because I ate pizza. You guys really just see something and you run with it. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Because you guys enjoy seeing people in distress, distraught, harassed, traumatized. To you, this is funny. And some of you guys, I don't understand, right? Here's the thing that doesn't make sense. Some of the people that do this get blocked because I tell them, if you're not over the age of 21, do not message me. And a lot of these people I see are minors, so you instantly get blocked. I'm not going back and forth with you about what you claim that you've seen on social media. I'm not going to go back and forth with you about that because at the end of the day, that's neither here nor there. I'm not fighting with no minor that doesn't even pay bills under their parents' roof trying to tell me, your guys' good time is seeing someone from your high school unalive themselves because of a rumor, because you think it's funny and you want to join the in crowd and be a part of these rumors that causes students to unalive themselves. That's your good time. Trust me, that's not a good time. That's messed up. If I'm being totally honest with people, it's true. These young people are literally thinking it's funny that someone unalives themselves. I just got someone on TikTok telling me to unalive myself, and I bet you it's probably someone who is going to high school. Probably. They have a burner account. It is literally so messed up, right? That you guys think that it is funny to do that. At my school, I couldn't say that I've never witnessed someone tell somebody that, or I would have stuck up for them. But there was people that were actually homophobic in school, and if I would have heard them, I would have said something, because this one kid talked about how he wanted to unalive himself because he was gay, and people were bullying him at my high school. He finally opened up and started telling people just how he felt, and if I would have heard them, I would have really said something. But for you all to sit there, for you all to laugh, for you all to enjoy someone, literally like a man standing at their door is not an exciting thing, especially you don't know who it is. And every time you move, you gotta be alerted. You can't even have a place to call your own because you could barely get by with the place that you're at. And you're literally working your ass off, right? I work my ass off, whether or not people say I don't. I have an earache. I don't feel really well, so I haven't been live for a while. That's why. I don't feel really well. I don't feel good. I don't feel great. I'm, I really wish. And sometimes I just wish I could just lay in bed all day and not do anything because, I get defeated sometimes. And it's okay to get defeated sometimes because at least I get up and push myself again. But I don't feel really well because I have this earache still. It's like swimmer's ear. And it goes away after a while. It's slowly going away. I'm slowly getting better. But that's what makes me not want to open DMs when it comes to Instagram DMs or any DMs. Because for people to sit here and literally just tell me to unalive myself, I don't need to see that. My mental isn't the greatest to be saying stuff like that. And people think just because you lived in poverty, you're supposed to make it out of poverty. That does not make sense to me. You are a product of your surroundings and your environment you lived in. If you've lived a rich life, of course you're going to have more opportunities than other people because you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. If you're not rich and you're born of poverty, obviously you're going to live of poverty. You're not going to do as well as other people who lived rich would do. I'm not doing as well because I've lived of poverty, but I'm trying to make something of myself on social media, whether people want me to be on social media or not. I'm not quitting. I work too hard to quit. You may have quit one point in time because you got frustrated and said, I can't do this, I quit. At one point in time, you may have gave up on things. A lot of you guys don't ever have aspirations, goals, or dreams that pertain to bettering your life. You just say, well, you have to do this because you got to do this. You got to live paycheck to paycheck. You have no choice. No, you have a choice. It's just what choice you choose. And no one's going to be mad at you for choosing the choice of working a 9-to-5 job or doing da-da-da-da. I'm not going to talk down on people who do that because, hey, that's your choice. But for other people, they can't have a choice because their choice is not a job or whatever the case may be. I'm trying to own a house. I'm not trying to work the rest of my life and then get little retirement and then be a homeless old lady because I don't have no money. My life is not your life. And this is the thing I don't understand. People harassing me, right? People harassing me, threatening to dox me, which they haven't. Threatening to dox me, harassing me, does not mean that I have a sad life because other people are causing it. That makes no sense. So if I was to get you fired, if I was to do some of the same things people do to me to them, then I could turn around and say, you have a sad life. That's not how it works. Come on. Let's just be totally honest and tell it for what it is. I work hard on social media. I work hard to do the things that is necessary for me and my family to have a place to live. I make sure my family has a place to live every month. I pay my bills every month. So now it's a problem. You've never seen me except a while back before when we didn't really have a place to go. Yes, I did ask for money for rent. But I haven't recently said, okay, someone help me pay my bill. No, I've gotten my bills paid. One way or another, I've gotten it paid. And I don't mean talking about lawyer fees, because let's be honest, y'all keep bringing up the lawyer fees like if someone didn't tell me, oh, put your Cash App or have people try to send for your lawyer fees. Try to raise money. I'll help. They literally encouraged me and said, there's a lot of people that will help you get a lawyer. So there's that. If people want to support, I am not going to turn down support. Lawyer fees are expensive. And especially because you have to continuously keep paying for a lawyer. Yeah. I need to really clear my name. These people are going to learn not to mess with me. Trust me. And that certain little space with that certain little group is being looked into by the police. You think I'm joking when I contacted the police? I let them know. I showed them everything. Doxing is against the law. That is the last time people will attempt to dox me. And people think I'm playing these threats and stuff. Yeah, do you really think that you're going to get away with breaking the law? Like, come on now. Do you think, oh, they're going to see it our way? Like, she's a horrible person. Like, no. Like, do you think the police dox horrible people because they're horrible? If a police officer did that, who do you think would be fired? The police officer, because he doxed someone and said, oh, well, they're a horrible person, so I shared their personal information. Like, come on. The police are not good guys, to be honest with you. Defund the police. But still, some of y'all literally don't, like, you think it's okay to break the law, and it's not. You're gonna learn the hard way. Some of you guys, you're gonna learn. Learn. So I saw this post of Dolly Parton, and I liked it. And then I noticed, it was like that one, it was like Pass the Mic or something, where celebrities battle rap each other, and she was battle rapping Queen Latifah. Now, I don't have an issue with her rapping. That's not why I was gonna say anything. I liked the video, but notice something. I know that Dolly Parton is known for her big hair, but wearing a big blonde afro, like, come on. Come on now. Her hair is not, like, afro texture. And people have to, oh, well, afros are not good. But while rapping and wearing an afro, like, I get it. Like, maybe, she probably didn't mean anything by it, but yeah. Like, if we're gonna say about other people, we need to say about this one, because... So, there's this vlog family channel, and I saw that their title was, like, the dog's name, we found our dog laying in the street not moving. So they come home, they're calling the dog doesn't know where the dog is in the dog house, so they're concerned. They put the kids to bed to go look for the dog. The next morning they're driving around, in a golf cart trying to find a dog, and he's like, look, the dog's over there, but turns out it was deer. And then they have this, like, fake restaurant. The mom's the chef, and they're eating this food that she made, pretending it's a fake restaurant or whatever. And as soon as they do that, because once I saw this, I said, oh no, please don't tell me they're doing clickbait. Because I lost my dog, and I'm sad about my dog, so I was sad for them losing their dog, and I was like, oh, come on. The clickbait is not needed for money. Like, that's crazy. So what happened was they heard, like, a car crash, and then they were, like, after, like, the restaurant thing, while they were doing the fake restaurant, so they look, and they were like, what is that? So he walks up the stairs from his kitchen, and he's looking, and he's like, come here, and they come here, even the kids, and he was like, did you turn the car on? And she was like, no. And he was like, well, what's that laying in the driveway? There was something laying there. And they were looking, and they were like, is that our dog? They said the dog's name. And they were looking, and they were like, they called the dog's name, nothing. So he said, let me go see. And she's like, I'm going to go see. They walk out, and they pick it up, and it's a stuffed animal. They said it's a stuffed animal. It's not our dog. I'm like, bro. And then it cuts, and it's like, to be continued, next video. I'm like, let me tell you something. I am so angry. You have to be some kind of person to literally have your kids, for a video, literally pretend like their dog was just laying there not moving. And it's a stuffed animal. And all these people's like, oh, where's all these, like, because, they have a young audience. They have kids following them, was in the comment section like, we hope you find Charlie. We hope Charlie is found safe. That is so messed up, because these kids did not see that they were clickbaited. This is why family vlogger channels, some of them are a bad influence for kids, because imagine them getting older thinking that's okay to fake that their dog was lying not moving in the street. Hello? So what I was gonna say was I'm gonna respond to that DM, but thank you, because I am so glad that I'm not one of those people that's alone in this like hoarding situation. And I see hoarders on TV. My dad was nothing compared to the hoarders on TV, because my dad wasn't that type of hoarder. Like, he would never make it so we didn't have access through the hallways. If our house was that bad, or our apartment, he's like, my dad was in the military. You guys have to remember that military people are thorough and clean. It's just that sometimes it got a bit too much when he wasn't on his medication and his bipolar, but it wasn't like food open everywhere. If there was food thrown somewhere, we would have really been in big trouble, because he wouldn't stand for that type of mess. But what sucks is that people don't understand. I saw my friends, right? My friend one time, and this was not the friend that's not living. This was somebody else. Like, when I was growing up, my brother's friends or friends, I've seen people actually live in hoarders. And I've always thought to myself, like, how can people live like that? Not being able to move around from your house. If I have a house, my house is always going to be clean. People think that I never keep anything clean. I do. There is nothing dirty about anything. The backgrounds had piles of boxes because someone thought it was funny to send a bunch of boxes. I'm not going to lug a bunch of boxes downstairs all the way across to the dumpster, halfway across the dumpster. No, not doing it. No. Nope, 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 nope. My dad was nothing compared to hoarders. When you see these houses, you can't even move around. If there was stuff in the way, my dad would have made us throw it. Like, I remember my dad had a manic episode. This was like before I was going to the BTS concert. My dad had a manic episode so bad, he said, throw that away, that's garbage. And he threw a lot of my stuff away. There was a Beatles book that my mom was say with Beatles pictures in it. A really good book, cool book. And she went to get it. It was gone. Someone took it. He threw my sewing machine away, which I got for $10. I could have used to like sew. He threw that away. I was gonna use that. I was trying to get a bobbin, but he was on a manic episode so bad he threw $300 worth of my brother's K-pop albums out of the car. He cleared it and threw it away because my brother let him borrow the car. His manic episode was so bad that he cleared all my brother's car and threw all of his albums in the trash. My brother was like, what the heck? Where are all my albums? And he realized my dad had cleared out the thing and threw his $300 worth of albums. I was like, that man has no right to be throwing stuff. Our stuff that we have to us is garbage. His stuff is not garbage. Sometimes, he did bring garbage. He would tape a piece of wood to the wall. Like, that was, like, yeah. People with mental illness, it is hard living with someone like that. And I really wish people understood what it was like living with my father like that. And I remember, I don't even know. There was one time I remember he tried to throw my Pokemon cards away. And I kept them safe. I kept them hidden because I didn't want I had a $100 Pokemon card. It would have been worth. My Pokemon card would have been worth more. If I had it graded. I don't know where it's at. It's in storage. Hopefully we got it. I hope I didn't leave it behind and it's not missing, because I tried to look for it and I don't know, my Pokemon cards went missing. He tried to take them. Anytime we tell him something's expensive, he'll take it just in case, if he needs to sell it for money. Like, that's his mindset. Even though it's not his, he'll still take it. He took a lot of my stuff. It was like mine, because he was an only child, so he didn't have siblings to share with. But living with someone like that is crazy, because my Pokemon cards, I said, you almost threw my $100 Pokemon card in the trash. I broke down because a lot of my stuff was thrown away, and I couldn't save it because I was trying to go to the BTS concert. I said, you know what, do I stay behind and save my stuff, or do I go to the BTS concert? I went. I told my mom, I said, are you okay? Are you good? Because I'm not going to leave and something happens. And, I want to make sure you're okay before I leave. She said, I'm fine. So I left and I come back, my life, it sucks. I lost all my childhood stuff, I remember having Tamagotchis, things like that. When the landlady sold our house right from under us, I lost everything. We could no longer pay for storage. Everything went downhill after that. I had this Barbie Jeep from Toys R Us my grandma bought me, my dad's mom, when she was alive. And I loved it, and I always said I would give it to my daughter when I get one. Sadly, that was not the case. We had to leave my Barbie Jeep behind because we couldn't take it with us. Like, I was so sad because we left it at the house. We couldn't even put it in storage. We had to leave it there. And my dad was trying to sell it at one point for, he said he couldn't even sell it, but I really wanted it because, but we needed money. Times were hard, and, that's what happens. I had a doll that my grandma's sister gave me. The porcelain dolls my grandma bought me. I ended up losing in storage, so much. I think about my yearbooks, my senior yearbook, everything that I lost in storage. Every time I think about it, I get upset and I start to cry. It's nothing compared to losing all your stuff in a fire, but, I try some days to keep together, all the stuff that I've been through, that I'm going through. I feel defeated and discouraged because I feel defeated and discouraged because I'm not putting 100% into myself and social media, because some days are harder than most. I just want to lay down. I just want to not get up. And I just don't want to continue with life. Some days I just want to give up. Life. Not social media, but life in general. I'm trying the best that I can.